Welcome to another edition of Geelong Newsbeat. And tonight, we're at our wonderful National War Museum down here in our great city of Geelong. Yes, we're still down here, and as I said, the National War Museum. And it is the opening of a brand new exhibition, the Memory Bank exhibition. And joining us, and it is with a great amount of honour, that I welcome to our program the creator of the exhibition, Mr. Malcolm McKinnon. Welcome, Malcolm.
Thanks. Lovely to be here.
The Memory Bank exhibition. For our viewers, an outline of what is Memory Bank about.
Memory Bank is essentially a collection of stories and memories about particular places around the Geelong region. And there's a couple of strands to the exhibition. It's a big production, but a lot of it is really stories that people have from their lives about change in the places where they live. And together those stories give a pretty compelling unofficial history of those places.
Malcolm, how long did it take you to come up with the idea from its embryo stage right through to the final product, and then how long has it taken you to put it all together?
The idea goes back a couple of years. It's a project that is initiated from within the city of Greater Geelong. So probably, we've been talking about this project for a good 18 months, but actually working on it, it's probably the last 4 or 5 months that we've been intensively collecting stories and processing those to create the work.
Now, you're a man of great talent. You're an author, you're a painter, you're a filmmaker. You've been out there and done it, and now you're culminating with this wonderful exhibition down here. Your main attraction to this type of work is people.
It's people and really the wealth of memory. I'm always interested in worlds that, even though they may have disappeared in the physical sense, that live on in people's memories, and the way that people can conjure those worlds quite evocatively and powerfully through storytelling. So this exhibition, it does have a lot of that. It does show how within the time of living memory, there has been phenomenal change in all of these places around Geelong that the exhibition focuses on.
And in some of the exhibitions, when we're talking places around Geelong, we're talking like Whittington, Lara, the northern suburbs?
That's right. We're focused on 5 localities in this initial exhibition, and they are, as you say, Barwon Heads, Whittington, Lara, Eastern Park, Eastern Beach, and also the northern suburbs, Norlane, Corio, North Shore, because together they give some sense of the kind of diversity of places and communities across the larger city of Geelong.
Malcolm, as you come up with each creative idea and put it into practice, are you always looking for additional improvement, that benchmark to continue to lift?
Well, I did learn a long time ago that the biggest room in the world, Graham, is the room for self-improvement, and I keep that as one of my mottos. And there's always a wealth of material there, but I always feel in a sense that we're just scratching the surface, that in this exhibition in particular, it does demonstrate how much memory and how many stories are out there, but it really is just the tip of the iceberg, and hopefully it can engender some ongoing collection of stories around a whole lot of different localities across the show.
And being able to put this exhibition on at our own National War Museum, I think, is an important part of the appeal of the aesthetics of its presentation.
Yeah, it's a fantastic venue. It's a beautiful historic building, and it's important that venues like this are presenting not just the same stuff all the time, that they're doing, putting on new shows that bring in new audiences. And it's good to have something in here which isn't about wool, I think, even though a lot of the museum is obviously about wool. It's good to have something which is not about that, and which brings in hopefully a new audience that might not have been to visit here before.
And for those of our viewers who will be interested, the exhibition runs from the 24th of July?
From today, 24th of July, through until the 7th of September.
So you have the opportunity to join in and enjoy the Memory Bank exhibition at the National War Museum, and we thank the creator, Mr. Malcolm McKinnon, for his wonderful work. Congratulations again, and we look forward to some more of Malcolm McKinnon's work at the National War Museum here in our great city of Geelong.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back to Geelong Newsbeat as we continue our coverage of the Memory Bank exhibition here at our National War Museum. And part of our City of Greater Goodness, as we like to call it, the City of Greater Geelong, joining us is, yes, the COGG's version of Serena Williams. And I mean that with all affection, but it's Councillor Lou Brasic.
Well taken. Thank you for the compliment.
The new hairstyle looks wonderful.
Well, thank you.
The exhibition down here at the National War Museum is wonderful, but the National War Museum to us here in Geelong, a very important part of our arts and culture structure.
That's right. Part of our history.
And of course, coming from the US originally,
yes.
I suppose you've got a greater maybe depth and understanding of the true meaning of the arts and culture, particularly the cultural part?
Well, I've probably grasped more since I've been here in Australia because
Great.
it's talked about, the community gets involved in it, so it almost brings you along with it. Where I think in the States there's just a plenty of everything, and you kind of find that true in Australia. And I actually probably learned more about the arts and cultures in Australia, or paid more attention to it anyways.
And one of the important parts of the Memory Bank exhibition tonight is the Malcolm McKinnon created part of Memory Bank, and one of the particular areas he's picked or selected was the area of Norlane,
Yes.
North Shore.
Yes.
And having grown up out there myself, it has been a wonderful memory jolt for me when you
Right.
get up to the exhibition.
Right. Well, I didn't know that, and I'm happy to hear that because I've actually worked in Norlane, Corio for the past 15 years, and it's a community that I'm proud to be associated with. And if you would know a little bit about the history of Corio and Norlane, but it actually has produced people like yourself that has been very, very successful, and I'm really proud and pleased to be associated with the people from that area.
Well, I can still tell you the North Shore Primary School number is 1841.
You've got a great
And I
memory.
could recite the Norlane High School song if I wanted to, but I think I might turn off a few of our listeners. But Councillor Lou Brazier, thank you very much for your time.
Yep.
Enjoy the opening of this Memory Bank exhibition at the National. One of the wonderful characters of our great town of Geelong. And during the cricket season, regularly have lunch with him. And he enjoys a glass of red. It's a very warm welcome to Mr. Jim Fitch. How are you, Jim?
Nice to have a glass of red at the cricket too.
Particularly when
Nice to
Geelong
be
are
here.
winning.
Well, we like Geelong winning all the time, whether it be football or cricket.
And it's you and Merriman taking in turns of bringing a bottle.
Correct. We do.
Who's got the best taste in red, you or Bob Merriman?
I have, by a mile.
The RFM, the challenge is out there.
I bring real ones, he brings giveaways.
Memory Bank exhibition.
Yes.
You would be a man who would have great memories of Geelong. Your father, Sir Roy Fidge, a former mayor of this town. Yourself, a former mayor of this town. And this exhibition is wonderful at our National War Museum.
It is, and I'm on the Geelong Heritage Centre board at the moment, and so I'm interested in what they've got here. There's a lot of talent in Geelong. Amazing what people can do and bring any sort of feature into something that's perhaps significant.
And the significance of the National War Museum, I mean, it was great foresight to have established it.
Yes, I walked up the ramp with the Queen, you might remember.
I do remember,
when it was
remind
really-
remind our viewers.
Well, when it really wasn't, it was a false opening because it wasn't finished. But it was opened on that day that she came on the 28th of April 1988, I think it was. And it's quite a significant building. It's now more of a heritage centre rather than being just a wool museum now. And this is identified here tonight.
And it's a wonderful exhibition that Malcolm McKinnon has created and put together.
I know, it's been marvellous. And I've seen little bits of Barwon Heads and a few bits missing, but never mind. I've seen lots of it. But it's a fair bit of Barwon Heads here.
Mr. Jim Fidge, a former mayor of the City of Greater Goodness and also a great citizen still of our great city of Geelong. Thanks for your time, Jim. Enjoy the exhibition and enjoy the cricket season.
As always.
As always.
Thank you.